more money eBay makes, well, the more friction they must be removing. But just remember, every dollar that eBay makes is a dollar that a buyer spent and that a seller didn't get. It's residual friction. If you're a user of eBay, you want them to make as little money as possible because that money is either leaving your pocket or not going into your pocket. So it is the users of systems like Ethereum who are paying those fees. If you use Ethereum, you're paying for its energy consumption. And I think also it's become clear that proof of work does not deliver on some of the promises that we thought it would deliver. It is not a decentralizing force. It just doesn't. Bitcoin's decentralization comes from the fact that the transaction data is public. Bitcoin's decentralization comes from the fact that everybody knows how every transaction is supposed to work and everybody knows the consequences of every transaction. It doesn't come from how it solves the double spend problem. Light accounts are a feature that's been proposed to lower the XRP Ledger account reserve requirements. Many of you probably know that the XRP Ledger reserve requirements recently dropped from 20 XRP to 10 XRP by validator vote and sort of by community demand. The reason for the account reserve is that an account on the XRP Ledger is a real thing. It's different from a Bitcoin receiving address. When you have a receiving address in Bitcoin, that receiving address isn't really represented in the system. There's no account that it represents. There's sort of a collection of funds. Each chunk of funds, as far as Bitcoin is concerned, sort of has an independent life. The XRP Ledger works more like Ethereum now does. You have an account that has a balance and that has parameters you can set. And that gives you some capabilities that are not possible on other blockchains. Like, for example, let's say you're a charity and you give out a receiving address in Bitcoin. And maybe you're not very sophisticated in Bitcoin, so you've hired some firm to take your Bitcoin receipts and convert them into your local currency. They have the key to your receiving address. They have to in order to make that work. And if you want to change that to a company, or maybe you want to self-custody, or you want to hold on to Bitcoin, you want to HODL instead of selling as you receive, you need to change your receiving address to a new one that previous party that you contracted with doesn't know the key to. And that's very painful.